Hey, 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 hey. All right, everybody. What's up? What's up? What's up? This is Robert Ferguson. We are live, keeping it live. Where I live is the 805 area code. If you don't know what I mean when I say 805, before we dive in, let me make sure we got some good sound going on. So I'm going to do a couple tests as people join us live. Join us live. Join us live. Again, if you don't know me, my name is Robert Ferguson. I am your clinical nutritionist, a guy who shares because I care. And today is no different. We're going to have a really good conversation because I'm going to talk about something that needs to be talked about. And it's a good thing. So if you feel good about that, let me hear it. You hear it? Okay. I am not hearing myself here. Let me see here. If someone's catching me live, can you hear me okay? Let me know. What's up, Sandy? I'm glad you're here. Can you hear me? I'm testing. And for some reason, before I start going, we were having some technical difficulties. Okay. Thank you, Julie. I just got off the phone with Julie. She can hear me. Okay. All right. Now, for those of you who are catching this live, I am going to share something with you that I want you to truly, truly hear me. And if it doesn't make sense, I want you to push back and let me know that what I'm sharing today, whether you're live or the replay, let me know where I'm missing it. Okay. So I'm asking for your help. And if it makes total sense and you believe it could help other people, I want to encourage you to share this video with people. You can share it on your Facebook. You can share it with a friend. You can copy and paste it. Now, that's only if it makes sense and you think it could help other people. Because I'm talking about something today that could get a few people upset. And that's not my intent. I'm not here to put down anybody, but I'm here to help those who want to be helped. And I wrote an article to support this. And then you scroll down, you can look in the description. That article is there. And then if you want help and you want to learn how to eat and improve on all the things that we're talking about, we have an ongoing 8-week fat loss challenge. And you're welcome to come and you will learn how to eat regular everyday food, but in a way where you can not only lose weight, but you can improve and optimize metabolic health, like all health through food. No gimmicks, nothing to sell you, no supplements. It's all about learning how to eat. And once you learn, then you know. See, there's a lot of people that never learned, but they're talking about nutrition as though they know, and they don't. And we have freedom of speech. Everybody can share what they believe and do it all day, every day, and as often as you want. And I am not against that. Freedom of speech, I love it. Everyone share what you believe. But eventually there are some truths and there's a way to get clarity on if something is actually working, and not just by the scale, but when you're looking at many things. And one I'm going to talk about today, which kind of motivated me to write the article and to do this live, and that's the role of inflammation as it pertains to your health. Okay. Now, I titled this, Why You Shouldn't Blindly Trust Your Trainer with Your Health. Okay. I believe that's the same for me. I want my clients, don't blindly trust me. Even though I've been doing this for 30 years, 31 years this year, even though I have a really strong track record, don't 100% just trust what I'm saying. Do your own investigation. And this is one of the things I like about AI. Like, I like this about, there's a part of Chat GPT that I like, and Gemini and Google, because you can go and you can challenge what I'm saying. And if I'm wrong, it's going to give you the data to come back at me and say, hey, Robert, you were wrong on that. And I'm the type of person that if I'm wrong, I want to be right. I don't mind. Like when you go on YouTube and you share publicly, you're putting it out there. And I'm okay to be wrong. I want to be wrong because then you're going to let me know. I just want to know that I'm wrong so then I can change what I'm sharing, because I do share this and reach a good amount of people. I mean, I have a database of over almost 1 million people. That's a lot. And it's about to grow. So whatever I am sharing, I want to make sure that I'm sharing the best information at that moment in time that can help people. Okay. So I think we're all on the same page there. Now, here's where it starts to get interesting. Okay. So I'm going to read what I have posted there. Just keep me on track. I said, I'm looking fit or sounding confident doesn't mean someone knows what's happening inside your body. I said, in this video, I challenge the idea of blind trust in health. That includes trainers, doctors, influencers. All can guide you, but you must be your own health advocate. Okay. This channel and everything that I do is about asking better questions, using testing instead of assumptions, and understanding whether what you're doing is actually working for you. And for those who are ready to stop guessing and start owning their health, not going by what the influence, because there's a lot of influencers, and many of them have millions of followers. At this moment in time, I don't have those millions of followers, but they do. And a whole bunch of people are believing them. They're buying supplements. They're eating certain ways because they just assume, sometimes because they have a lot of followers or that someone's on TV, that what they're saying is real. I want you to challenge that, challenge me, challenge yourself, because there is a truth, and I want to shed light on it through a story that has happened with me and what I have seen with 7 professional fitness people. They're on the Today Show. They're on infomercials. They work in Beverly Hills with a whole bunch of like celebrity clinics. They're influencers. And they tell you and encourage you to do certain things. Take peptides, take this, take that. GLP-1s are okay. And because it's them and you don't really know what questions to ask, not all of you, but most people, then you just kind of do it. Right? When you turn on the TV and Oprah Winfrey is saying, hey, GLP-1s are the way to go. You turn on the TV and someone like one of the Williams sisters or both of them that played tennis and won everything, and they say, yeah, I'm going to do it. We just do it. No question, no like wanting to find out the truth, and they're betting on you not questioning it. Like, who are you to question it? So I'm going to share with you what happened to me and use this as an example to not blindly just believe anybody. That's why I like to write articles. Because people say, man, you write a lot. Well, my whole life, I've written a lot. I've had 7 national columns. I've written 6 books, many manuals. I've written a lot. I had my own publication for 4 years. I know that world. I get it. I like to write. I like to share information. I want people to know the truth. And when I share it in an article and then talk about it, but then give you an article version, you can go back and you can substantiate it, right? Because a lot of times I wish when it came to politics that every show did that they fact checked everything that they shared and then give you those facts so that you could go and see that when they made a claim or they said this was happening, you could actually go right to the reference that they provide, and then you could see that what they're saying is valid. If everything that was shared in the media and on TV and through influencers was validated, so many things would be better. So that being said, here's the gist of why I'm doing this share and why it's important to share this with other people. I know that inflammation, you hear that word inflammation, I know that that is a precursor to all chronic diseases. I did not say most chronic diseases. I didn't say many chronic diseases. I didn't say multiple. I used the English dictionary with the term all, A-L-L. So I'm saying all chronic diseases. The base for them is that inflammation took place. It was present in your body. If that's the truth, which you can go look it up, and I'm going to share some references. I'm going to share one main reference here in about 2 minutes. Then that changes how you look at everything. I also know that oxidative stress in the same frame of inflammation is a major contributor to most chronic diseases people are experiencing. I know that when you exercise, all the benefits that you get, you also produce free radicals, which is part of oxidative stress. And I know that the body can handle so much of these free radicals. It's designed to cancel it out with our own antioxidants that we produce, whether it's glutathione, NRF2, and the list goes on and on. I get it. That's my space. But here's the reality. There's a way to find out what your level of inflammation is. And I shared this with 7 influencers, fitness professionals, personal trainers, and they all got tested. And on their score, it was not good, which is fine. But because their score was not good, they made a decision that they were not going to share this with their constituents, with the people that they say they care about. So they decided that they're going to block other people from knowing about it. I couldn't I mean, it's mind-blowing, but I get it because they're compromised. There's a conflict. They sell other things and they don't want to sell anything that blocks them from selling what their main mission is to make money. So because of that, they won't let you know and they won't share with other people. They don't want anybody to know about it. So they go blind to it and you're going to them for help and guidance, and they are never going to let you know about it. If you find out about it a different way, then that's a blessing to you. But if you're trusting that they are going to look out for your best interests, and there's a way to know what your inflammation score is, and they're not telling you, and they are a leader, an influencer that you're counting on for better health, how would you define that human being? They're a disappointment, in my opinion, because I know the importance of inflammation. And I know that many people are living with conditions that potentially could have been avoided or could have been improved on if they dealt with the inflammation. You can't deal with the inflammation if you don't know what your inflammation score is. So, my Christian folks, how can you keep this knowledge and awareness from being aware to your people? I've had pastors, and that's a whole nother thing. I've had Christian leaders, and I'm in a lot of circles, and I'll share this with them, and they won't tell their congregation about this. They will just watch their congregation continue to suffer and remain plagued by inflammation when there's a way to acknowledge it, know what it is, and then we can help them do something about it. So my main point here is not throwing everybody under the bus. It's helping you realize you must be your own health advocate. You think I wait on a doctor or a personal trainer or just anybody to like tell me what's best for my health? Are you kidding me? Because I'm in that space. I'm calling them on their bullcrap because that's what it is. And their fragile self-esteem, their lack of transparency of accepting that they don't know everything blocks them from learning more and blocks the people that they can touch from discovering the truth. So I'm going to play a video and then I'm going to summarize my time. And if you guys have questions, I will answer any question. If I'm out of my mind, let me know. I believe that we should be sharing the truth, but most people will not, even though they own the title of a cardiologist, gastroenterologist, physician, graduated from Stanford, from Harvard. A lot of these people, not all, are full of crap because they're not sharing the truth, and most of them because they don't know. And I know that because I have a lot of my personal clients that graduated from Harvard and Stanford and a whole bunch of these universities. And they're my client. I know what they don't know. And even some of them won't share with their patients and their followers what I'm helping them with because they're trying to get to a place where they could be the one that shares it. That's why you must become your own health advocate. I'm telling you, man. Like if I learn something or I meet someone that has something that I could share that knowledge and information with my constituents, my customers, my clients, I'm going to do it. But most people they're not that way. So as I talked about inflammation, right? So I'm going to share a short video. This is like 30 seconds, not even 30 seconds. Dr. Artemis Simopoulos, world-renowned, most cited person. That means every person around the world that's into inflammation and getting the body back into balance, they reference her work, her studies in their work. She's the most cited in the world. She's been the head of so many organizations. She's an endocrinologist. She's celebrated. And I want you to hear what she has to say, right? Because who am I? I'm just a clinical nutritionist, been helping people. I've done a lot, which is cool. But I look at her as like a leading authority. And I just want you to hear her, in her words. Just listen carefully what she has to say, okay? So let me play it.
Know from clinical studies and animal experiments that inflammation is at the base of all chronic diseases, whether it is cardiovascular disease, whether it is cancer, if it is arthritis. Obesity is an inflammatory disease. Obese people have pro-inflammatory cytokines. People with diabetes.
Now, okay, I feel like I need to like play her again and again and again. Because I think there's something in us where we're so busy that sometimes it just goes right over our head. If the base of all chronic illness is inflammation, if the base, that means the foundation, right? So if you look at a building, if you look at a house, the foundation, the base is like the grounding part of it, right? You can't build a nice big building, big house without a strong foundation. So if the base of the problems that people are experiencing and they don't want is inflammation, tell me if I'm missing this. And I know I'm a little sarcastic with it, but that's just my personality. I apologize if that bothers anybody. But if the base is inflammation, wouldn't you address that? Why would I be working on something that's high up on the house or the building and the base is not taken care of? I mean, please, everybody, tell me that I'm missing it. Tell me what I'm missing. Because it's disappointing to meet these fitness people and to know these people. And they don't even want to acknowledge the role of information. But you'll hear them say inflammation. But now there is a test you can do in the privacy of your home, and you can know what your inflammation score is. Everybody would want that. Now, if they don't want it, it's because they don't understand it. So how can you just look over that? It's mind-blowing to me. I mean, I don't get it. So anyway, let me take a look. What's up, Christy? Christy's on here live. We got E. Willis. Is that Enrique? That is a foul person. Enrique. I love this guy. He's smart. He's smart. He brings it. He brings the truth every time I get to talk to Enrique. He brings the truth, and that's worth a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna look over on Facebook. So nobody's telling me that I'm out of my mind. Okay, so if I'm not out of my mind, why wouldn't a person get their score? Well, most people won't get their score because they're embarrassed. They don't want to find out that they're not as healthy as they thought they were. So we get a lot of that. There's a whole bunch of people that don't want to know. So you can't really help those people because they just don't want to know. They don't want to know what they don't know. And sometimes it's ego. I remember when I was first introduced to this test to find out at home what my inflammation score was. And I was intrigued. I was a little nervous, but I was intrigued. And my mind went my mind went to where and how I could help the people that I know. So my ego didn't block me. I wanted to know. I wanted to feel and experience what I was going to be sharing. I wanted to see if this was real. So that's what I did. And fortunately, I have coaches that I train and that I work with that go through our certification process, and they're like me. So I've attracted people who are that I'm like them, right? They're transparent. They actually want to help people. And so those are the kind of people that I attract. I don't attract people that are all about just making money, and I don't attract those people. So I bump heads with those kind of people. I am attracted to and attract people that really want to make a difference, and we want to be informed, and we want to learn, and we want to share, and if we can make it part of our business, great. But a lot of these influencers that I meet, they're driven primarily financially. And that's one of the reasons, aside from their own personal ego, that they don't come forward. And so as you'll read in the article, I highlight one person. I didn't throw them under the bus. I didn't mention their name. But they don't even want to go over their score. And they want to try to figure it out on their own. And then, if I could show you guys what they sent me. They literally texted me and says, "No, I understand." They said, "I understand inflammation. I've been preaching this for years." That's what I'm paraphrasing, but in my text, that's exactly what they said. And I hope she watches this, because wake up. What? Don't you realize that you could grow from this, but instead you're hiding from it? and you say you're all this and all that, but yet you don't have the balls. And it's not even that, but that's where my mind goes right now. You don't even have it in you to go over your tests and acknowledge that there's a way to get you better. You don't even have that in you. Unbelievable. And so then they'll just run. And I've seen that not just with her, but others. Unbelievable. And when I say unbelievable, I don't give 2 cents about them, because I know who they are. They're conflicted, they're weak, they are talkers, they're not real. But they attract a lot of people who think they're real, and they're not. And all those people are gullible to them. And the reality is, those people won't get to learn about how they can address their inflammation when they have someone who's aware of it, but because of whatever reasons, they're not going to share it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let me see. Christy's always smart. Got something good to share. Let me see. Christy says, that's the part that gets me. Science and technology changes all the time. So what people learned before doesn't mean it's still the same. And Christy's one of our coaches, by the way. She's smart. I see it, agenda and propaganda pushers. Yes. And I almost want to give up sometimes. And when I say give up, I almost want to give up on thinking people can change. But I can tell you guys, as I get ready to close here, don't give up. Because I had something amazing happen today. I woke up to an email from a very famous person. And they want to talk to me about my interest in helping a population. See, one of my goals is that Black women in the United States of America is the fastest declining population of all ethnicities, like hugely. And I would like to help that not be the case. Now, the challenge that I keep running into is finding people who actually care. And I'm telling you, I've talked to a lot of celebrities, a whole bunch of people that if I mention their names, everybody would be like, I'm not surprised. They'd be like, that's just terrible. I'm talking, they don't care. They care about getting paid. Now, if I came back to them and I said, I can pay you, then they'd show up. But this person who emailed me today is not about the money, because they've mentioned that they wanted to help with this population. And it just so happens that I came in contact with the right person, and somehow we connected. And then later today, after this video, I'm talking to 2 people, 2 Black women who are very influential. And we're having a conversation. I've been talking to both of them. They both want to make a dent. And I'm like, man, it's actually going to happen. Because I know I have a tool that can help, but I don't have the voice without them to get it to resonate and get some movement. Because sometimes you need a voice. You need we can raise money, so we can get money, and that's going to help. But we need the right voice for this population, and then we can create a real movement. So it's happening. Whereas a couple days ago, I was like, I mean, do I just give up on this? I mean, it's like, you want to care, you want to make a difference. It's like, Lord, and I actually have strong contacts. But when it comes down to it, a lot of these people just don't care. That are the people that you would think would want to help. but they don't. And it's not just men, it's women. It's unbelievable, man. That'll be the last book that I write in my life, to talk about all of the just lack of honesty with these people, especially in Hollywood. Like, I don't have much respect for the Hollywood people at all. Like, at all. I mean, and I saw that during the pandemic. It was interesting. And I will share it eventually. So anyway, all right, what's up? We got Lynn who caught us. She's working hard. Look at Lynn. Thank you, Lynn, for being here. I appreciate you. And as Sandy always says, don't give up. Sandy, you know me, I ain't giving up. But I'm telling you, you have moments. We all do. But, part of the goal is to keep showing up. And I would never tell you to stay the course. And I'm not the kind of person that stays the course. I'm definitely someone who stays the course. But we do need to get to a place where we can start exposing people, because then people will change. I mean, I don't want to mess up their money and their lifestyle, because they are just the kind of person that people, well, I don't even know how to explain that. That's right. Because these 7 people of influence that I got them tested, they know their score, and they're doing nothing about it. They have no interest in sharing it forward at all, because they want to be perfect and they are getting in their own way. So we just got to keep doing what we're doing, Chrissy, and we will. Let's keep it alive, everybody. I appreciate you guys. And I'm going to go out with Dr. Simopoulos. I'm just going to go out with it one more time, because anyone who catches that, right, and you hear this woman, right, for those of us, we know her, we respect her, but people who are new to her, I would say, listen, if inflammation is the base for all the things you don't want to happen in your life, why wouldn't you address that? Now, I'll share this with some of you who are on here live, and I see you, because you talk to other companies that have their network marketing companies, or they have products or direct sales or whatever. How can, like, if they sell whatever, shampoo, Korean makeup, if I'm talking to them and they tell me that they actually care, and then I show them what we know, you got an inflammation score and you can improve it. And if they have no interest, I'm not saying they got to get in the business, but if they have no interest to improve that part of their own health, you know what that tells me about that person? They're either, well, they're no longer ignorant because you're telling them, so they're aware, but they're incompetent. And I wouldn't want to work with them in business anyway. If you're that incompetent to see what we know to be true about inflammation, and you say you're into health and fitness and wellness, but you're that incompetent, nah, I'm not doing anything with you. It'd be different if there was other ways to get their inflammation score. Then it comes down to like, oh, well, you know what? Thank you, Robert, for showing me how I can get it, but I'm going to go across town and get mine. I'm cool with that, because they're taking responsibility. That makes sense. But to not have any interest in addressing inflammation, how could you work? How can you even take them seriously? I mean, you can't. You can't. I'm watching one of my uncles right now, and he's got neuropathy. He's got all kind of health issues. And I go, Unc, you want me to take you seriously? Now, are you just, well, you're not completely, maybe I haven't done a good job at explaining it to you. Maybe you don't have the intelligence to learn the way I'm teaching it. Maybe I need to find somebody else to get through your head, to get you to wake up. Like, I mean, I know you're not dumb, right? You're not like dumb, but like, what is that? when you bring something to someone that can help them and they don't even want to understand it. I don't know what you call that. I mean, I understand the word obstinate. I don't get it. Anyway, God bless everybody, you guys. God bless everybody. And let's keep it going. Again, share this if it makes sense with other people. If you caught me on Facebook, then share it. You don't even got to add a word to it. Just share it. Because maybe it can help someone. Maybe it'll help that influencer wake up and realize, you know what? I do want to make a difference. I want to make money. I want to do other things. But people need to know about inflammation because it's the base of all chronic illnesses. So Dr. Simopoulos, take us out, and I'll see you guys mañana. Peace.
From clinical studies and animal experiments that inflammation is at the base of all chronic diseases, whether it is cardiovascular disease, whether it is cancer, if it is arthritis. Obesity is an inflammatory disease. Obese people have pro-inflammatory cytokines. People with diabetes.
In a world of dice, there's a new way to see. No more counting calories, just living free. Robert Ferguson's got the plan you need. With diet-free life, it's the key. No more starving, getting rid of inflammation. Choosing healthy choices, providing you with sound information. Bringing balance to hormones and insulin through food. With DFL, teaching you food choices to see you through. DFL, we're teaching you to